And welcome back, folks, to Cozy Conversations with Anna at night. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. No, we're good. Never mind. If you can't tell, I've got a little bit of a head cold going on right now. Mostly right here, which is super cool. How have y'all been doing? I've been good, mostly. Just came back from an audition here in town at the local community theater, which was cool. I love a good audition. I wasn't actually auditioning because I'm going to be out of town during like the whole tech week leading up to the actual performance. So I was unable to be in it, but I went to support my friends and I ended up doing the dance, like the choreography, and it was really fun. And I got really sweaty, so I had to take a shower. I have a little bit of a new lighting setup, so I'm not like super dark. We'll see how that goes. I've been really struggling to figure out what kind of content I want to make on my page, on my YouTube channel, I guess, not my page, what am I, Wikipedia? I've been really struggling to figure out what I want to do. And the thing is, I have like so many ideas in my brain, but I like sit down and I try to do something and I just don't know if it's really what I want to do. And I've tried a few different types of videos on my channel. I have done some vlogs and some music and some commentary and just like a wide variety of things. I've just got like that little sprinkle of ADHD in me. My mom has ADHD. I have a couple sisters that have ADHD, but I just have like that little sprinkle in me that makes it really hard to like see a project through, I guess. And I recorded a vlog, but I just like couldn't get myself to get through the editing process. It's like, who out there would really be interested in my daily life? I just have such a hard time thinking that anybody other than me and like a couple of my friends or sisters would be interested in anything that I put out there. But at the same time, I think it's such a great platform for creativity and just doing stuff that you want to do and trying new things and learning lots of stuff. And I really want to do this. I really want to make it happen. I really want to do something that's worthwhile on social media. I just don't know what it is yet. I have a whole Google Doc here just filled to the brim with ideas about things I could comment on and things I could do research on and all sorts of stuff. And I just have such a hard time like narrowing it down and really putting it to the work. And I guess I should probably give myself a little bit of grace here. I do have a 6-month-old baby, and his schedule does make it very hard to commit a lot of time to this. It is 9:48 right now. I actually thought that was him. I just have like a lot of time during the day. I just don't have to commit like I want to because I'm trying to be a mom, which is a really good thing. And I love being a mom and I love being involved. I just have a hard time. He'll take a nap for a couple of hours, but I need those couple of hours to do laundry and take a shower and get myself ready for the day and eat and just like these regular things that I feel like don't allow for a lot of the stuff that I want to do on social media. And I just don't know if like me vlogging is very interesting, and people don't understand like how much work it really goes into vlogging. Nice vlogging. I'm thinking of like B-roll shots and like, aesthetically pleasing type videos that you just like watch. It's just like calming in a way to see somebody else's life. But mine, it's very chaotic. And the idea of like setting up my tripod and getting a mic or doing B-roll shots while I have to take care of my child is very stressful for me. It's just hard sometimes. I just feel like I have so much more I want to do, but I only have 12 hours in the day, really, to do it. Not even that. Like 2. 2 hours a day to even kind of do something that I want to do. If there's anybody out there who wants to let me know what I should do, I'm interested in fashion. I'm interested in commentary. I'm interested in music. I'm interested in like trying new things and silly things. Like I really like Curtis Connor and Danny Gonzalez and Drew Gooden and Chad and all these different people. But I also love Brittany Broski. I feel like this is kind of inspired by the Broski Report. But I also love like, fashion creators like Carla Rockmore and Best Dressed and all sorts of people. So I just have a hard time like figuring out what I want to do with that. And it's just such a hard time to really try to commit to YouTube. I'm going back to school next fall. I think a part of me has decided that, like, if I can make this my thing, then maybe I'll put off school for a year. I don't want to not go to school, generally speaking, but if I could, like, really be successful some way on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, I just want to be creative. I just feel like I have things to say, and I have stuff I want to share. Despite there not being much of an audience, I think 8 people will watch this. But I've got this, like, bursting need for creativity and something in my life that I feel like I can commit to. Anyways, I was inspired by going to this audition tonight. Some background for you. I used to be a dancer. I danced up. I danced up. I did dance up. I danced all growing up from about the time that I was 5 or 6 all the way through elementary school, junior high, high school. I actually, right after high school, I went to college in 2020, infamous 2020. I went to college and I wanted to study dance, actually. And so I was there at college for 2 years before dropping out. I went to college in Idaho where my family lives. And I went and I studied and I was dancing like 3-4 hours a day type stuff, besides regular classwork. Anyways, that came to an end for a bunch of different reasons: mental health, physical health, the school itself, just a bunch of different reasons just kind of coincided into like a perfect storm. I just felt like I couldn't dance there anymore specifically. So I quit school, and ever since then, I haven't consistently been to a dance class. Well, almost 4 years now. And it's the longest time my whole life I've been without, like, dancing in some capacity. And it was really hard to, like, walk away from that way of life that I had wanted and fought for so long. And it felt like I lost, like, this little part of myself, like this part of my heart. I just kind of, like, broke off and left in those dance studios. And it's just sitting there forever. When we moved out here in 2024, I started doing community theater and I started doing musicals, especially, and that was really, really fun. I met a lot of friends, was doing stuff that I really wanted, and I've been kind of in and out the past couple of years with that because of school and then getting pregnant, so I haven't done as much as I wish I could. I'm auditioning for another musical come March, so I'm like crossing my fingers, hope that works out, and I'm really excited for it. But it's hard because musicals are so finite. There's such a finite time that you do them. You have a 2-month prep period, and then you do the show for 3 weekends, and then it's over, and then it's done. And you'll never do it the same way again. And I'm kind of coming to terms with that. But I've really realized about dance and about arts as a whole, I should say, because I love music and I love, the other arts, whether it be film, whether it be like traditional painting, art, all sorts of mediums, whatever that may be. The arts are just so critical to human life and to being a person, and for me to feel like a person. I haven't danced in months since my son was born, and tonight I went and I was really rusty, and we were learning this piece of choreography that was very difficult for me in that I was just so not ready for it. And I had such a good time. I was sweating by the end of it, but like this smile on my face was just like plastered there. Like I was just so happy, and I feel like that comes from both a physical and mental, state. Physically, you're releasing endorphins and these hormones going through your body while you're moving just make it so you feel happier. If you've ever heard the phrase depression can't can't hit a moving target, that comes from being able to move your body helps you get those happy hormones and those happy emotions. And also for me, I just have such a past with dance that it gets me in my brain, in my heart, like none other type of exercise. Like nothing else really, really does that for me. And I've really thought a lot about this connection we have as human beings to the arts, and connections we have with being human. These movement and art and music are just so driven in us, I think. There's a quote that I'm looking up from if you've ever seen the Dead Poets Society. I've seen it once and it was very traumatic for a number of reasons. But there's this quote from the Dead Poets Society that's very famous about being about art. And it says, "We don't read and write poetry because it's cute. We read and write poetry because we are members of the human race. And the human race is filled with passion, poetry, beauty, romance, love. These are what we stay alive for." I just think that's so true about, any of the arts. And in my case, I would think that about movement. I feel like I can express myself in no other way perfectly like I can when I dance. And I don't want to say that I'm like a perfect dancer or that I'm like the best dancer in the world. That's not what I'm saying. I think that it comes from moments when we as humans not only touch the mind but the soul in ways that conventional communication just can't. We really derive our humanity from being involved in the creative and connect to each other in ways that are just so deep beyond just talking or anything. Sorry, that got a little crazy. I didn't think that I was going to get so deep today. So deep. That's just been on my brain recently. That's just been on my brain. I guess my final thought would be not everybody is going to be Mozart or Missy Copeland or, whoever. But I think everybody at our core, we can all find ways to connect with each other through art and through music and dance in ways that would just be unavailable otherwise. Well, I think that's pretty much all my thoughts for today. Oh, wait, actually, I was going to talk about a song that really has been hitting me in the feels lately. And it's a pretty popular song, so I wouldn't say I would say most people have seen it, I'm sure. But it's called David by Lorde. And I guess just like the chorus is what really gets me. And it says, "Why do we run to the ones that we do? I don't belong to anyone. I made you God because it was all that I knew how to do. But I don't belong to anyone." I've been longing to make a choreographed piece to this song because I think it's just so deep. Like the line, "I don't belong to anyone," and then she says, "Am I ever gonna love again?" And she repeats that over and over again, is just so deeply human. And there's so many songs like that. I could go on and on and on about whatever, but it's just so human for us to wish for connection and to sing about it and to dance about it and to do whatever about it because we want it so bad. Anyways, I started Charlie's Angels today, the 2000s one. I've never seen the show, but I think I might do it again. And I was thinking Charlie's Angels is probably one of my favorite movies, unironically. I think it's so good. All three of them, Drew Barrymore, Cameron Diaz, and Lucy Liu are just so, one, they're so talented. Two, they're absolutely gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous in that movie. And three, the soundtrack is phenomenal. I couldn't remember how many good songs there was in that movie, but it was so good. It was really stacked. My husband came home when I hit the last 20-minute mark, so I have to go and finish that. It's kind of a need at this point. I just really like that movie, and maybe I'll talk about it more in another installment of Comfy Conversations. I'm thinking maybe I'll do a little bit more of Comfy Conversations in the future just because it's easier to do recording at night when my baby's asleep and when my husband, probably heard him, he likes to play video games at night with his buddies, de-stress, and so I just do whatever. I think I might do that in the future, but we'll see. Anyways, comment down below if you have any other ideas of what I should do, if you like a commentary video, or if you like this, or if you want me to do a vlog. I would do it if people ask for it. If you're one of my 8 followers and ask for it, that'd be cool. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful night and you get all the good sleeps.